Bobtail, nature's best.
Puppies, although cute while they're young, can sometimes grow up to be very aggressive dogs that are protective over certain areas. Especially if you have a child at home, you'd like to know that he or she is safe playing around any areas that the dog might potentially be sensitive around. So we're here with Karis Bryan from Happy Dogs today, trying to teach dogs, or trying to teach our little Bob, to be more friendly around his food bowl.
Yes.
And that's a big challenge. Why do dogs become so around a food bowl?
Look, dogs don't share very well. So it's quite natural that unless you teach them otherwise, they want people to stay away from their food, because why wouldn't they? They don't, they're selfish, bless them, they're dogs.
Yes.
So we have to teach them that people around their food bowl is good news, so that they relax around it. If you have a dog who is growling or who you're worried might growl at a child around the food bowl, if you shout at the dog, let's say your dog's eating and your toddler comes by, if you shout at your dog when your child comes near the food bowl, you're teaching your dog that kids around the food is scary and it's bad news, and they're likely to get more aggressive.
Wow.
So what we want to do to start, when puppies are little, like Bob's age, is while they're eating their food, first of all, you can sit by them. You don't have to feed the puppy the food and leave, but sit nearby so that they get used to people sitting near their food. The second tip, which is very important, especially if you have children, is while your puppy is eating, bring some very exciting food. I've got some biltong in my hand. I've got Bob's breakfast and the biltong. So I'm going to give Bob his breakfast.
Yes.
And as he's eating with my hand, I'm going to offer him a piece of biltong in his food bowl. So what I'm teaching him is that when hands come near his food bowl, this is a very, very, very good thing. Okay? We want Bob to be happy about hands in his food bowl. So if you've got a child at home, the adult should hold the food, but put your child right here so that your dog sees the child near their food while they are eating, but rather than feeling protective, they're happy because there's more exciting food coming with the presence of the child around.
All right. And so when it comes to the part where, let's say, the adult isn't around, obviously you wouldn't encourage a child going to the dog to play around while it's feeding time, right?
No, absolutely not. If you've got a child and a dog, it's up to the adult to supervise all of those interactions. So it needs to happen properly, it needs to happen responsibly, but the point is this is a preventable problem. If you know how to teach a puppy to relax about kind of handling near their food bowl, then the aggression issue never becomes a problem later.
And is there then a point in time where you can say to little baby, okay, now you can pat the dog while they're playing, while you're there?
Yes, there is. And look, every dog is different in terms of their time frame, but if it's just normal for the puppy that the kids pet them while they're eating, it's just so normal it never becomes an issue. Again, you have to use your common sense. If you're genuinely worried about your dog, you probably need to get professional help in. I'm giving this advice mostly to people who have puppies where there's so far no issue, and this is the way to prevent those issues.
So it's one of those things you ideally want to start as soon as possible.
From the first day, absolutely.
Oh, and Bob seems to be doing pretty well so far.
He's loving this game.
I haven't heard a squeak out of him. It's all that biltong, hey. It's all that biltong, Bob, isn't it? He's loving it. And of course, if you haven't licked his page yet, you can of course go on Bob the eXpresso Frenchie on Facebook, like his page. And this is some advice for you. If you have a puppy at home, learn, or teach it rather, to be friendly around the food bowl, especially if you have kids playing around there. Nice, well done, Bob. Well done.
Stay with eXpresso and SABC3.